There are plenty of warm, sunny days in the forecast for this week, and it's perfect weather to finish up this part of the brick garden bed. My goal is to finish this by the end of the week, and I just need one more bag of mortar to complete it. Unfortunately, the hardware store where we've been getting the mortar has had some issues with their supply for the past several weeks. All the bags are either split open or partly solidified. So I've had to use a different brand of mortar from another hardware store. Since I'm such a beginner with this kind of thing, the different mortar is very difficult for me to work with since it sets so quickly and it's difficult to keep hydrated. So I don't think that I'll be able to finish this before the expected thunderstorm later this week. But as I'm nearing the completion of this part of the garden, I'm thinking ahead to future additions that I hope to add someday. This is the model of my dream garden layout that I modeled in sandbox mode of a video game called Planet Zoo. Now that we have started building in real life, I had to make a couple practical changes to my plan. I widened the main pathway through the garden from 3 feet to 4 feet. And also, since this garden is built on a slight slope, it's very much a terrace garden. I want to maintain a slope for water drainage away from the house, but before I can think of building the rest of the garden, I will need to address a large low spot that's on the western side. It's difficult to see on camera, but it's going to take a lot more work to smooth this area out to match the other side. As a fun dessert this week, I'm making mini blueberry cheesecakes. It's a little weird, but I'm using cottage cheese instead of cream cheese. I don't typically enjoy cottage cheese by itself, but in recipes, it's hardly noticeable. I like that cottage cheese has more protein than cream cheese, and it's also half the cost per ounce at my local shop. As a small but impactful improvement to the home this week, I'm going to be dealing with this little neglected area next to our AC condenser unit. I want to try establishing a low ground cover plant here that would still allow this gate to open. I have a little bit of this hardy sedum that I used to grow in a fairy garden about 12 years ago. My parents found it growing in their lawn, and I think it's called stringy stonecrop. I have read that it could tolerate some part shade, so I think it might have a chance of surviving here. I plan to add mulch to this area eventually, but I don't have any on hand right now. After doing some pressed flower art in my previous vlog, I decided to do some upgrades to the flower press. I was gifted this wood-burning set, and this is my first project with it. Wood burning requires a steady hand and patience, two things that I need to work on. I collect some samples from the garden before the expected storms tomorrow.